Oh, and hello, visuals. Well, Chris, before we start.
Hello. What have you done?
You've probably heard this. I hope to God you haven't heard this because I love this. But what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
Where's my slipper?
How beautiful is that, mate? I've been saying it all fucking week. Hello, welcome back to Visual Podcast, where it's just going to be a random... Oh, I was going to tell you about my Pedro shirt properly in detail. I'll go get it in a sec. You're going to have to kill some dead air. Get in a sec. Do you want to know mad facts first that I learned this week?
What now?
Nobody has ever been recorded ever and actually dying in quicksand.
Okay.
How mad's that? And apparently the average load of quicksand is only 3 foot deep.
That's what I said. In theory, where would there be quicksand and how deep will it be? That's my question.
That's what it was a thing I was thinking, saying a lot of mind-blowing weird facts. Like, think of this for a fact. The person closest in front of you is the furthest person behind you. Because if you're stood right in front of them, and obviously you go around the world, they're the furthest person from... It's fucking shit. Like, what the fuck are you on about? That's so weird. Absolutely.
Why have you been looking up facts?
No, they just pop up and I go through it and all that kind of shit, and I just like, what the hell is going on here? It's absolutely freaking groundbreaking. But yesterday I was, I'm going to have to go get my shirt and sit because there's a run. I'll tell you the story and I'll see if you get it at first. But I showed my mates on the group chat my Pedro shirt, and it looks like it looks different to what you might think, right? It looks different. You go, that doesn't say that, does it? You will see me judge it. But I walked into the bar yesterday and there must have been about 60 people in the bar. As soon as I got in, opened the doors, straight away my pal Andy goes, "Pedo!" and everybody in the bar, and there was kids there going, "Pedo, Pedo," and I'm walking and thinking, fuck. And there's people looking at me that I've never met before, like, "Pedo," and I just sat down and they're all doing it for like 10 seconds. I went, "Yeah, that's me." I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to react or what to say or anything. But then the best thing is, mate, have you ever watched somebody fall a straight up 90 degrees?
No.
Like just straight up like that. And it was just this one of the boys at work, he's a bit boozy, he's so sound, he's funny as fuck, but he was coming outside and he was messing around and he was pretending to shadow box, and he went to run at me and he just slipped and he went a full 90 degrees, peeve in hand, but as he dropped, the peeve rotated, stayed the same, and he just went flat and he winded himself by falling. It's like, oh my God, how does that even happen? How do you fall 90 degrees, wind yourself, not ask, get a half a pint free on the house because you fell, it wasn't the bar's fault, keep your peeve in the hat, it was bizarre. It was so mental. And I got left home with me and my pal with my other pal, Specky Boy, in the back, pure, like that, chewing his fucking face off, blasting, I think it was Jail, "Everybody in love, can't put your hands," I was just blasting Jailers, man, it was fucking mint. I love them, man. I love the work people I work with. You will never find a more weird, random, unique bunch. And as soon as you get everyone's fucking, this kind of shit. Like, you feel like you're walking, like there's a horde of zombies walking towards you. It's absolute, just sheer beautifulness. But that's my story. I am going to get you my Pedro shirt in a sec because I need to show you it.
Being in the motor trade, you don't get that shit. You get these as they're all grown ups and sensible.
Yeah, they're supposed to be grown up.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be grown up.
I don't get any weird shit.
Well, you'll be different now. You'll be going solo because it's weird.
I will be.
We haven't had a ramble on in a while. But last time, because we've been doing a lot of like Last of Us reviews and whatnot. But Chris is on his way to being a big trucker. I am. So it's another career change for Chris. Next week he'll be a veterinarian. The week after he'll be a pilot. He'll have a new house here. Hopefully this is wait. You'll get your truck shit, but then you're still going to move house again, are you not? If you get settled, or is this you now for good?
This should be me for good.
Shit, he says should. I won't be surprised because I can't come down next week, Paul. I'm moving house. Right, no worries, just regular Chris crack.
I'm not planning to move, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I always say in your defence, you never plan any of it.
No.
Like a lot of it, you either forced out or whatever reason.
Do you know, I was updating my CV the other day, right?
Yeah.
And apart from the job I left,
Hey, slobbery!
Apart from the job I left, my last job on the van, the last 3 jobs before that, I got made redundant.
It's just sheer bad luck, isn't it? It's just such bad luck.
3 jobs on the bounce Made redundant.
Yeah, that's what I mean, it's not your fault, but that is... Wow.
Network 4 to fucking border cars to fucking Lloyd's.
Shush.
Lloyd's.
Alright, Lloyd's, fuck you too. Fuck you.
Made redundant.
Wow. Mate, why do you keep crying?
But no, this is a complete new career change.
Yeah, this is a lot of your other jobs have been quite similar. I know this is like delivering and whatnot, but like it's like a big, I'm a trucker,
yeah.
honk, honk.
Apart from the odd couple of years, I've been in the motor trade since I left school. And apart from, again, doing a couple of years driving, that's all I really know. So this is a fucking huge step for me, because obviously driving truck.
Yeah, but you'll have fun with it.
Yes.
Like I said, as long as you keep your exercise afterwards, you don't want to come out like me one day, come out, oh damn, dragon driving. You know, but fuck me,
Chris. I need to fucking learn how to walk properly first.
Yeah, I'll learn how to walk.
It's still knackered. I can walk just about.
You get a bit late.
I'm in fucking that trampoline on the back.
I'm in the same boat as you, pal. I'll be fine for a while, then all of a sudden I'll wake up on a random Wednesday and go, oh, it's playing up today. And that's me, let's stay like that. 30-year-old carrying my fucking 20-stone frame about, yeah, I'm young and active. And I'm like, fuck. Sweating just getting out of bed. Bad back. Fucking horrible. So, yeah, we're just going to die early. But yeah, Chris going to be a truck driver. I said to him before when he come down, I said, because they do a thing called SB training. I thought just some random little bald man was Chris training. And I'm looking the whole way thinking, is that Chris? He's concentrated to fuck while I'm biking past it. Proper staring at him. Obviously, it wasn't Chris. His training doesn't start till Monday. In 2 weeks though, you're gonna be sat there, I better see one I've ever seen. I need a heart. Does every wagon have a heart?
No.
Well, that's bullshit. Then it's just literally destroyed the dream.
Some do have air horns, but like 95% of wagons just have your normal horn on the steering wheel or on the side.
If you don't have one of them, mate, you're not a proper wagon driver. I'm gonna be honest. Not from
air horns are not really a big thing over here.
Well, they should be, because we've got them in our mixes, alright. I don't know what it is. Why is that a thing? Like, you see the wagon drivers and you just automatically want to, like, in my head, every time I see one, I want the ha.
You used to do that when you were younger.
maybe that's what it is. You drive the motorway, sat there with your little, that must be what it is, mate. It's fucking stupid as hell, but I like it. I had my first go at tattooing the other day. Oh, career change for me, sir. Just having a quick go with it. In fact, mate, this is meant. You can see him. There you go. This is just the stuff I was doing, and the worst thing is though, this is fake skin, and all I thought about was putting lube in there, just to try it out. I haven't. Don't worry. But these are my first ever ones. I'm gonna go.
So, yeah.
Well, you can see my first lines. Like, look at that, and look at my circles.
You're a bit there, though.
But like my 5 there was bang on. Look at that though, because it's so hard. Because it's instead of like a pencil, like this.
It feels like rubber.
Look at you, curious as well, aren't you, mate? As soon as I felt that, I was curious. I was like, oh, mate, like yeah. So here's a pencil. Instead of being like this, I can do a circle. I can do that. I can do.
Can you bring me a clean one?
Our own little flashlights. But yeah, like.
What's in my whole belt a bit smaller?
Like, look at that. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
But with this, because you've got to put the tape round and the cleaning stuff and whatnot, you've got to hold it like that. It's about that thick, and I was like, well, this doesn't feel natural, and because you've got to keep into account the So I thought that was
rose isn't bad.
The leaves are disgusting, but that bit's kind of okay. Look at that for a circle.
You're getting there. It just takes practice.
No, that was my first ever go. So I'm going to keep going down and because drawing, I'm okay at just doodling. I'm not like a thingy. But yeah, I've got to. I don't know what the fuck it. Listen to it. Sorry, visuals being very rude. Being very late now, flat. Because you got to, instead of just like when you're drawing, obviously you got to keep a count on, because you like that. You've got your Vaseline, you put a bit, they put there, and carry. You've got to keep an eye. Make sure you're straight. Make sure you're not too deep, and you got to concentrate, not too fast. Because my first couple of lines, I was like, And I was like, the guy showing us, Andy's pal, he was like, yeah, you're too fast, not deep enough. And I was like, okay, and there's ink splattering everywhere. You're not with a pencil, it's just a line, but you don't have to worry about ink splitting. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? He was like, yeah, that'd be too, because my first one, I think I would have like done that, and probably ripped somebody's arm off. I was like, okay. He was like, you make sure you're just the same depth when holding this thick thing. This is mental, how the fuck do you do this? And then, I've never worried about doing curves and shit on a pencil, but the second this happened, I was questioning the fabrics of reality. Doggy! What the fuck? I was questioning the fabrics of reality, because I was like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Do I meet it in the middle? Do I do 1, 1, 1? It was fucking bizarre. But it was fun. I'm going to keep going down. I have no intentions of doing anything grand and major, just nice little small stuff.
Just slobber all over me, didn't you?
He loves to slobber on you, pal. It's crying so much. Do I have to hide the bag?
I think you might have to.
Where the fuck do I hide the bag?
Don't know.
There is literally nowhere to hide the bag. Visuals, this is what you get when either Teresa is here being an absolute fucking loudmouth, either Tyler's walking, I like mush. Oh, mate. We've got a new lad side at work called Stoiko. Stoiko is from Bulgaria. He's so funny. He is unbelievably funny, right? Like, everything you say, like, everything he says is not serious. It's all just a giggle and a laugh and whatnot. And he always, randomly, we sat there, we're doing our work together, and he just goes, all right, mush. And you're like, ah. And he just keeps it, all right, mush. Hello, mush. And you're like, are you all right, pal? And he always tells these mad stories, right? Like, he was telling this, because his English is relatively all right. I think some things he breaks up on or whatever. He tells these stories. I says, you went to football? He goes, not anymore. I used to support Chelsea. Oh, why is that? And he goes, well, you see, this one time I rented a house, and that's all I got from the story. And I was like, how the fuck does that relate to Chelsea? It's so mental. And we always give him, like he smokes, so I'll go down the back and I'll fag with him. And they'll say, oh, that's your fault, that. And he'll go, I don't know. To everything. Always, I'll go, do you want a coffee? Because he always drinks. He goes, I don't know. Do you want a coffee? Or if you say, I'll come in if I'm back shift or whatever. And I go, all right, Stoiko, you good there? You happy? He went, never happy. Never. But then he looks and he smiles. He goes, you come to my house, proper coffee. We sit by pond. Lovely pond. I was like, okay.
Don't have Polish coffee. You will. You'll like it.
But well, Bulgarian.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, because he
I have Polish coffee and it's fucking strong. I couldn't drink it.
Oh, I'd love that.
Nah.
No, it's a proper machine that because he's a mechanic. He come from working on cars to join our spot to help the mechanic in our spot, and then also to help us in the concrete bit.
Yeah.
So he built it, and I was like, oh shit. He goes, beautiful. You bring milk. I make the coffee. I was like,
You bring milk.
You bring milk. I said, no worries, Stoiko. And the best thing about it is, mate, when I've never seen him before in my life. Honestly, I thought it was a hitman after me, like a James Bond villain. He come to us on my first date with him, and he's like, I'm a fag. He come to us and I recognise. I was like, I recognise face. I've seen you. I was like, you see Avatar at the cinema? I was like, yeah, I saw Avatar at the cinema. You being very loud at the back. I was like, I mean, I was there, but I wasn't. Me and my mate were always dead quiet. And he's like, very loud at the back. I saw your face. You always at the cinema. I was like, yeah, I'm always at the cinema. And he goes, you see Jonathan Wick yet? I was like, no, we're going on Friday when it's out. He's like, John. And for that, that's it now. As soon as I come in, he goes, Jonathan Wick. All the time, mate. I mean, I love it because, like, badass assassin. But he'll just walk down, Jonathan. And I've asked if he's seen it yet. And he's like, no, because his missus has gone back home to see the family and whatnot. Then she's going to come back. He's like, when she's back, we'll go see and we'll talk, Jonathan. And I was like, all right, okay. I wanted to tell him, like, he dies at the end or whatever, just see what he said. But he's so sound, but just the stuff he... Like, he was a Kalashnikov for 2 years, for fuck's sake, which is part of the Bulgarian army, which are like, the badass ones. Yeah. Even the name itself's nuts. He's got a dog that's 22-year-old over in Bulgaria. That's what I mean. I was like, 22-year-old, what's his name? You will not be able to pronounce. I don't tell you. I was like, please tell us. I have a cat, 20 years old. And at this point, I'm thinking, are you winding me up here or what, mate? Won't tell us the cat's name. But the best thing he said all since he's been here was he left. And one of the lads went, how do you say bye in Bulgarian? He went, bye. And just walked off. I was like, he's fucking got you there, mate. Just the way he followed up his little overalls. Bye. I was like, go on, Stoiko. I was calling him Psycho for a week. I didn't, because people were saying his name, and obviously I think it's because of the language barrier. It's not a name we hear regularly, so my brain was like trying to make it to the nearest English word. I was like, psycho. So we were doing shit. I went, psycho, and he's looking at me, Jonathan. I was like, and then I heard there's a T in it, so it's stoico. But he honestly, he's probably, he hasn't got, I talk away to him. We were making white. The best, hey, it nearly broke my heart though. It nearly broke my heart because they have wild wolves over in Bulgaria. And I was like, oh my God, like when you're chilling, could you hear them in the woods? And I, yes, you hear them many times. It was my dream to kill a wolf for 2 years. It's like, to kill a wolf, yes. When I was Kalashnikov, I wanted to kill a wolf, show honor. And I was like, no. Anyway, but my missus said, no, she don't want to kill animals, so I don't kill wolf. I was like, thank fuck for that. And then he was telling me that the gypsies they have then, like the Romanian gypsies, the ones with the cats and stuff, yes, very famous Romanian gypsy in my village, walk a bear. What do you mean walk a bear? He had bear from cub, grown up, and walk it every day. I was like, what the fuck? So there's just random people walking around your streets, walking around with a bear. Yes, very nice. You see him, pat him on the head, very lovely. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But honestly, I've learned loads about Bulgaria. Because you hear Bulgaria, you think, okay, Bulgaria, I don't really know loads about it.
No, you don't hear Bulgaria much, do you?
And he was telling me all sorts, I was asking what the money is, the currency and all that kind of shit, the different cultures, changes, and how they say their names and whatnot. Because, like, but the names, like, your middle name will always be your dad's name or some shit like that. He was telling me about what it's like living up. Apparently, there's a load of Brits over there because it's dead hot in the summer. There's, like, a lovely beach. People go chill. There's a lot of films filmed there. He said he's been plenty of times. The city's been shut down because the studios pay them lots of money and they film loads of films there. So there's probably loads of films that we've seen. They filmed there and we've not realised. He says you get loads of cheap labour and stuff. It's fucking mad.
Move to Bulgaria.
Yeah, but honestly, because I know a lot of dickheads out there kick off about it, because he's non-stop work, you have to physically force him to sit down and have a coffee, when we'll go for our sardies. Like, come on, Stoic, and he's like, not bothered, carry on. So, no, come on, have yourself a coffee. No, I'll have a quick fag. We carry on. So I'm like grabbing by the scruff of the arm. Come on, mate, we'll sit down for a little bit. He's just sat there. And you could just see him. We sat down for about a minute. That is me. I go. And you're like, oh my God, mate. You're not getting paid for your half an hour break, pal. Just relax for half an hour. But yeah, he's so nice. I tried to get him to the pub yesterday, but I don't think you know what I was inviting him to. I don't think he did. But yeah, he's so lovely. Yeah,
again, I don't have stories like that. I just work with a bunch of normal, well, I'm saying normal, but
there's nothing normal about us. Luke was trying to say when I come into my shift yesterday that Stoico was on about adopting him, and I don't know if he's misheard him or what, because I had to go up to Stoico and say, are you going to adopt Luke? He's like, what you talk about? I was like, Luke said you're going to adopt him. No, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? He's got GT tyres overalls.
Yeah.
Because he used to work there for a bit, and when we always talk about shit, we say stuff. He always goes, "No, did he GT?"
Is he quite small? Skinny?
No, he's tall. He's probably not 6'2".
Oh, no.
I think I've never once seen him take his beanie hat off. He might have a skinhead. I've seen it pulled back a little bit, and the front of it looks short. Loads of lads in my work are going bald, right? And some of them have got proper bald. And at the pub yesterday, one of them was there steaming, and another lad came up to him and said, "Hey, just chill yourself out, pal. You're messing up your fringe." I'm sat there with my coat spewed out my nose, like, oh my fucking God. He's like, fuck, sort out your fringe, pal, because it's literally nothing here, and it's just like a little bit there. Oh, it was the funniest thing I've heard in fucking years. Wow.
You're messing up your fringe.
What? Yeah. So, do you reckon you'd know him, Mike?
Well, I used to. Well, I didn't know him though, but I used to have a good crack with him when I was at Lloyd's. Did
the tyre people GT get taken over, or somebody took over? He keeps mentioning a company took over GT tyres, or vice versa. He says it was called Guyz tyres, and then GT took over. I think that's what he said.
Probably then. Because there's Guyz tyres at Kingstown.
Yeah, so yeah. And then, because that's what his overall actually says, it does say Guyz tyres, GT, and then GT tyres took over. Which is quite lucky, I guess. It was above GT companies.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're all owned by the same company now.
That's what he said. He said loads of independent places are now took over by this one big thing. So, yeah, honestly, fucking lovely guy. I'm just trying to chat dumb to him. We're trying to talk about the film like Avatar and that to him, and he said he's watched it, but I don't know if he's lying to me or not. Because we go to weird places. And again, I don't know if it's the language barrier. When he tells a story, I don't know if he thinks he's getting himself enough properly, but we'll go from what's it like living in Bulgaria to next thing you know, what a guy tried to get him done at work, or somebody tried to get done at work because a car landed on their foot, and I'm thinking, I don't know how we got to here. I asked the question of at this point, because he'll say something and he'll go, because you see my friend, and then carry on, and because you see him, and I'm thinking, I'm lost, right, we have to stop and slow down here. I still to this day don't understand why he support Chelsea. I just wanted to know why. He could have just said, I like the players or whatever. It's because he rented a house, 20-minute conversation, including the Wolves and stuff, and him being a Kalashnikov. So this still, no idea. No idea. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, that conversation. In my heart, I just like, your typical text is like, yeah, made it the weekend. No, bubble, pub.
Yeah.
Okay. Good talk.
Good talk. Same time next week. See you later, son. But yeah, we was getting a little bit emotional. There's an old, I don't know if you ever did, an old trick in school you used to do where you'd look at somebody, you get everybody to shout, "You're gonna boo," and the person would start to well up just because everybody's shouting it. No. Right? And trust me, it works. But the two lads that are leaving have been at our spot for like 8. Honestly, it works. You get a full room to do it. They've been there about 18 years. It was the last day on Friday. That's what the do was for yesterday. And they come in to clock out for the last time, and I've mentioned Bean to you, haven't I? He's one of the ones that are leaving because they're doing their car stuff. And he stood there, and then all of a sudden we went, "You're going to boo." And everybody's doing it, and he starts welling up. He's like, no, I'm not, man. What you doing? And then the other lad started crying out of laughter. So he inadvertently started tearing up because he was laughing so hard at him. And it looked like they were both crying. And obviously, us being lads, and lads had to go, "Why, he's crying, he's leaving, why?" It's fucking funny as fuck. And as he left, I took a £5, quickly changed it in the till, got myself a drink out of it, said, "I just robbed you." Just to say bye. And he went, Dan, last night, Dan, Stephen, "Why haven't you bought me a drink yet?" And I went, "Busy. I've had 5 Cokes and I've not bought a single one. I'm keeping up with this little thing here." At the point where I had 2 Cokes and I felt sick because I'd had too many Cokes and I wanna. And he's like, every time we do these things with you boys, I never want to buy myself a Coke. Everybody goes to the bar and goes, "Dan, you want a Coke?" Yeah. I just hide away from everything. I've never once bought a round in my life, mate. Fuck that. One of the lads spent, on the first round they got there, I think he said 105 quid. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. But the time I got there, because I had to finish off back shift, we finished a little bit early. A lot of them were already steaming, so I walked into that. I need to run upstairs again because I want to, entertain them for 2 seconds while I get my shot because I want to know if you see this word as I see it.
No.
Right, entertain.
Right. Well, yeah, my story is obviously not as epic as Dan's. As people, when you work in the motor trade, yeah, you kind of just deal with every normal people. I won't say normal, but yeah. But I'm sure I'll have some stories for you when I get myself on the road, and I will meet some interesting people like Dan.
Right. I'm going to turn it around. Can you see the confusion with the word pedo very quickly? Right, you ready?
Okay.
I can understand it. Quick glance when you just go, "That's a pedo." But there you go, pal. Do you like my shirt? That's my favourite one there. What? I'll let you admire its beauty. Look at.
You're a strange man, Dan. You're like 30.
Right, I love Pedro Pascal, mate.
You're gonna be wearing a shirt.
Mate, you've got to realise this will be on during some of our cinema trips, pal. You have to realise this. Mate, life's too short to fucking...
I can get away with your Pokemon and you...
Wait, just a grown man or a man wearing Pikachu? You just got, mate, you've got to deal with this shit. But you see why it says, I think pedo. So that's me walking in wearing that...
I'm in a fucking pedo guy shirt.
I sat next to my pal Dougie yesterday and he went, "Dan, I'm going to be honest, it's probably the 10th time I've seen you in a gay t-shirt." And I went, "How many of my shirts do you think are gay?" And he was like, "I'm not going to lie, all of them." That's the 10th most gay. It's like, what's the other gay ones? It's usually just like a Pokemon or a superhero. And they're extremely gay. And he kept going. Just kept doing it. I don't like to fight, Dan, but I love to box. I'm thinking, what the fuck, mate? Somebody had some pads on now, would be boxing. It's like, no one's coming to a pub and bringing pads, mate. Just the way he said it so casually. And it's a gay shirt. Because as soon as I got it, because that was actually a gift, mate. I didn't even buy it myself. It was a gift from my friend.
Ah.
But I love it. There's a Michael B. Jordan one as well.
God.
Hey, there's other ones. You can get ones of like.
I'm gonna have to have a word with your friend.
No, people that you love and stuff. You can get them to just be like collages and montages and whatnot.
I don't wear that.
Are you telling me, Joel? You wouldn't wear Joel right now?
No.
What the?
I don't
fuck?
wear them type. I don't wear shirts with people's faces on.
Yeah, but it's got loads of faces on. It's the mini. Look at that one sneaking at you with the glasses like that.
All the shirts, Pedro.
I've even been learning the Pedro dance moves the whole. I've been doing them all, man, to the TikToks. I fucking love the bastard. I'm your daddy.
Yeah, you have issues, man.
Just love him. Like I said, life's too short. I can't, for a fact say that I'm not gay. If he walks in the room, I don't know what's going to happen. Right, I'm going to be brutally honest.
Please let me leave.
Mate, there's a few people. Mate, fuck that. If someone's about to slam down on Pedro, you want to watch that.
No, I do not.
Think of the money you could sell off a sex tape. Pedro and some fat weird guy. There's a few people that would, if they were just randomly walk in there, where I'd go, like Tom Holland's, him, Michael B. Jordan, Cena. A lot of them just be like, a lot of them because they just love them for who they are. Like, surely somebody randomly walk around that door now, it's going to be one person that makes you go,
Mainly females.
no, out of sheer love for them. Like somebody you must adore. Like if you love, what's his name?
I've got a thing with long people with long hair, don't I?
Yeah, if Jason Momoa walks in, you're gonna get a bit. Oh, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, but I don't think I'd buy a shirt where his face is plastered all over it.
What's that? I'll buy one for you then. You give them many faces of Jason. There you do. Vin Diesel, get a Vin Diesel one. Family. But yeah, so do you like it though? Nope. There's a little dancing one at the bottom.
I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's just weird. I was a grown-ass 30-year-old wears a Pedro shirt.
Even sat crumpled up like that, you still immediately go to pedo because you could just see the P in the O.
Yeah.
So I completely understand why. But yeah, all the boys at work are like, yeah, damn, you're pure gay, aren't you? Maybe. Who knows?
Well, only you know.
But it's only for just because I love him. Like you said, he made me fall in love with Joel. He made me fall in love with Star Wars a bit more. Mando, loved him in Triple Threat, the fucking Charlie Hunnam film. I loved him in fucking Kingsman. Because he's got that lovely Texas accent, Kingsman, and his whip and his hat. You can say my name, darling. Oh,
I've not actually watched Kingsman.
he's great because I won't tell you the twist then. But yeah, that's my life right now.
Drooling over the Pedro shirt.
Either of them two. Mate, remember you were there, you didn't see it. But it was the same reaction when he walked past us at Metro.
No, I was getting a milkshake.
You were getting the milkshake and I'm sat there looking through the Lego or the Funko Pop bag and I had the week at the knees like, that's why, because he would have walked past just chilling on it because he was on the way to his gender party. Because Bruno was having the gender reveal party, that's what I'm looking for. And he was off there to get a gift for him because they're best bros. And he was just walking through the Metro and he just sees me in my fucking little shirt, probably belly sticking out, looking at them like, and he's just like, oh, fuck me, what is that? And I was too scared to get up and say anything. Because like I said, you don't expect to look up and see somebody you idolise. You expect to, oh yeah, I recognise him from Carlo, I know you. Not there's a fucking Newcastle United player. You're like David Attenborough. You just walk past him in the street, you'd be like, it's fucking David Attenborough. Like, it would hit you because you don't expect to see them.
I don't think I'd wobble at the knees though.
I don't know, mate. If you love somebody, like Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans walks past, like how many times in our lifetime are we going to see major celebrities? Once, maybe in a lifetime, twice.
You never know.
No, yeah, granted, you never know, but it's more likely you're going to bump into me or people you work with and shit like that. So when you see somebody that you put on such a pedestal, like it hits you in the gut for a split second, like, and your brain's trying to react to be like, oh, is it a lookalike? Is it really them? And if you go in to meet them for like an autograph signing, Tom Holland is here signing shit. You're like, okay, we're going to see Tom Holland. No, I'm in the Metro looking at Lego. Oh, there's Joe Linton. It's just a scenario your brain's like, because Celebrities, I don't know how you look at it. You see them as like on this other plane because we, like I said, we idolise them. Oh, Chris Pratt's in a new film, and oh, get in, we can't wait for this shit. So we see them as not as gods, but you know what I mean, like upper tier.
Aye.
So when we're with the common folk, we're used to being among. We are the common folk.
The common folk.
And then you see them, you're like, oh my! Like imagine if you ever attended a red carpet event and it's just celebrity upon celebrity. You wouldn't feel like you're in your world. You'd feel like.
Oh yeah, I'd be fucking loving this. Loving it.
It'll be you could say the same for material stuff. Like we're used to living in basic houses, just normal little houses. But if we had like a fucking 50 rooms mansion, the first couple of days you'd be a bit like, this is my house. Like, I live here.
I could live in a 50-room mansion.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to say, like figure the most expensive like car in the world that you would love that you currently couldn't afford, and then the first day you'd be like, fuck me, I own this car. This is mine. Like, it would take you a sec to realise. It was just like that. I was just not... Because when I met the Chuckle Brothers, I loved it. I was so happy because I idolised them. I saw them live. I saw them like a couple of times. And they called me Dan the Van from the show. And they signed it to me, to you. And I was like, oh, this is me. But I knew I was going to meet them.
Yeah.
The only other... a couple of other minor celebrities, like Milton Keynes, when Freddie and Jason were there, they had the big posters so you knew them. I bumped. You remember Ideal with Johnny Vegas?
No.
I was on BBC. It was quite a funny show. There was a lad on there that always used to go, I'm on probation. He walked past me in Newcastle, and I was a little bit like, oh my god, that's a guy from Ideal. That was a fantastic show. But top tier celebrity. So yeah, if he just walked past me randomly, I would be like, it's Joel, it's fucking Mando. What the fuck's going on?
That's pedo.
It's pedo. It's pedo. Because now the best thing is, if we ever somehow get lucky enough to go to like a big major con and he's going to be there, I'm wearing that and that shit is getting signed. Fucking 100. No, my luck though. I'll say, can you sign this? And I'll bring a black pen for this black shirt. You'll be like, you ain't gonna be able to see it. Oh fuck. I always want as well, like people that I loved, like you know the Tom Holland. I want them to sign us. I'd love to get that shit tattooed. I fucking love it. Big old fucking Michael B. Jordan there. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan signed right there, sonny. Sniff it.
You have issues.
No, I do, mate. I do. I just love the people that I love. I just love too much. I'm one of them creepy little fangirls. Like, lock them in a basement and you're mine. I look after you. I love you. Aren't you better off with me? Feeding them fucking bits of stale meat and that. Better. Making them reenact their most famous films and shit for us in a basement while I'm just creepy little bastard. Hey, do you know how I get it? I'm a pure freak for random people's dogs. I'm a pure weirdo for random people. Like, there's a moment like every day when I'm meeting my pal to go to work, because I bike and he bikes and we meet at the shop. But I'm always there like 20 minutes early because I sit, listen to Joe Rogan, have a fag.
Yeah. And
people walk past with a dog and I'll be sat there and I'll go, I look to the person. The person will see me going, because there was a little dog, you know what they call the little dogs that are always dead fluffy, and it was walking like that and it was making my day. I was like, I just watched the person, and the person was walking around its waist, and I'd been like, what the fuck is he looking at? And there was a woman that crossed the road with a dog without a lead, and it was the goodest of little boys ever. And in my head, I kept saying, oh, what a good boy you are. And it went over, sat down, got a little treat. She carried on walking. He waited for its command. It's like, probably not. Oh, good little boy. And then there's these two massive, not Siberian. They're like St. Bernards, but not. They're like big bears.
Yeah.
And I'm talking. When I was at the lights, it was about there on me. And it was stood there, the guy was looking, I was dying to stroke it. I stood next to my bike and I quickly went like that, just to stroke its ear. The guy didn't notice, I was like, and I biked away from him. I was going, oh my god, that was amazing. I don't know what it is, just fucking, you know when people, German Shepherd was walking back from my pal's house the other day, and the German Shepherd jumped up at us, sat from behind the bus stop, and the guy was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, you're fine, mate, you're pure, loving it, stroking. He was like, don't worry, covered in hair, bit of slobber. I was like, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm a pure weirdo. I just fucking. If I could walk around with proper, because I don't class them as proper animals because they're just too domesticated at this point. Like an elephant. Whenever I just walked down here and I got to touch it, I'm like, oh, it's an elephant. Or like a giraffe or some shit. I don't know. I'd just be so happy and excited. Oh, I do it when I finish building my Legos. You know my big sets. I finish. I get like a quick. And then carry on. I just get so overwhelmed with my.
Yeah, you are like a big kid with a toy, aren't you?
Mate, I know it's weird as fuck. It's so weird. I can't help it. Well, you've seen it when I'm watching Newcastle. For whatever reason, I watch a ball cross the net. Instead of going, get in, I'm fuck you, you fucking prick, fucking have it, you stupid fat knobhead. No, I'm just turning angry and violent for no reason.
Isn't that just football hooligans?
Because most people are like, yeah, get in. And that's it. And I'm fucking... It was at one point when we equalised against Liverpool a couple of seasons ago to make it 1-1, the game finished. I'd launched my chair across the room. This is a moment of happiness. Like a moment of happiness. But I'm sat there going, fuck you, come on, and I'm fucking going nuts and shit.
See, I don't get excited for shit. I get excited, don't get me wrong, I get excited. But not to your scale.
No, we are the both ends. There's the middle where, yeah, you should be a bit... I'm far too excited and you're maybe too unexcited. We're the complete...
Well, look at walking around the hoods. I was like, yeah, strolling the woods.
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. 100%.
You and me are like, ah!
Yeah.
Play along!
I think maybe it's because we allowed ourselves to get more... Like, we tried to forget everything and try to get more invested. I don't know. Maybe there's something in our brain where you were saying, okay, be a bit more reserved, just walk around the woods. Like, maybe you were thinking about it differently, whereas I think me and Bill were thinking, fuck it, we're here to get scared, let's try and get scared, kind of thing. I don't know if it's just the way our brains were computing it or what, I have no idea. But I completely agree with you.
We are completely different.
Yeah, mate, I've got all the Pokemon cards coming today, right? And there's some really good cards in there. I'll pull a piece of cardboard, and if it's something at the top end amazing, I'm going to be effing them. I broke 2 tripods screaming at cards I've pulled. You know what I mean? Because I've kicked them over and shit like that. Ah, you fucking come on! And most people are like, yes, get in, wicked, put that to sleeve, loved it. I'm sat there effing and blinded for 10 minutes, going around the room, pissing with sweat, like, yes! Yeah, so I completely want you are hammer the nail right in the head there. I'm far too extreme. Mint. Well, you've seen it. Remember the last pay-per-view we watched, John Cena versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I remember being on my knees on the front of the TV like that. Oh, got over this, predetermined fight. It's fucking. But there you go.
You're an exciting little person, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's because everything, like I said, I really truly love. I fully embrace. Like I instead of just being, yeah, I love this. Like for whatever reason, I fully like. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like I can remember that first time I watched Guardians of the Galaxy trailer Volume 3, watching that go, I'm making noises because I see the bit where Chris Pratt with Star-Lord screaming and like, look, I don't know if Rocket's dead, whatever happens, and you're like, ah. It's weird. I know it's weird, but I can't help but fall in love with animals. And I think it's because we can't communicate with them because you can't tell them.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's all right, or I just love you, or whatever. Like, if the dog accidentally stands on you, for example, you go, oh, you little bastard, they just carry on, couldn't give a fuck. But we do it to them. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And they're over it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But you hear that, oh, you're like, no, you feel like you've ended the world. Apart from with that, I'd happily cave that in. I wouldn't really. But I think that's why I'm so bad at letting them get away with murder, because I just want to be happy, and I'm just like, I love you so much, you do what you want, even though you're a cry little baby pest that destroys all my shit. Imagine being that happy, mate. Like, that's all in life you need to worry about is just chewing that ball.
Playing with a ball.
And now he's thinking, what the fuck are you looking at? This is normal to me. What are you doing? I don't know what we're on about now.
I just being exciting.
Yeah. But like I said, I know to some people it might be annoying, but to me, I just can't change it. I love it. Like this,
well, you shouldn't expect to change with other people. You are who you are at the end of the day.
This weekend, for example,
even though it's creepy,
even though you're stalker-esque, mate, I get it. I get it. Don't worry. Like I said, I'll show you some more TikToks before you go if you want. There's it's
at least it's harmless.
Yeah, well, sorry, I'm not doing any harm. But this weekend, for example, I've just laid it out for you. New Pokemon set, WrestleMania 2 nights. Chris has killed some Lego. There's some boxing on. Football's back. To me, this is like one of the best weekends ever. I'm so excited. A lot of lads I was telling to, even though they'll be watching the football, they'll be watching the boxing, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm sat there going, I can't fucking wait.
Tell you what I forgot to mention, actually.
Yo.
Have you started
Gotham Knights? I tried.
That's why I put it off. because I've heard so much bad shit about it.
I tried. I got 20 minutes into it and I was like, what the fuck is it? It's just going to be another fucking teen drama.
I saw the poster, I heard the reviews, I thought, I can't, especially when the game Gotham Knights is, I think it's about 7-8 months old now, and I thought, oh, is it in line with that? But apparently it's got nothing to do with the game or anything. I can't force myself.
I tried and I was like, nah, I can't get into this. It's just typical teenagers with fucking drama issues.
Is it Nightwing in that?
Yeah.
It is, but as Nightwing, or are they not the superheroes yet?
Not well, it was the first episode. It was still a pilot episode, so I was trying to get into it, but I just couldn't get into it.
It has that look about it.
Batman's dead. He's a distant relative. No, he was adopted, so he was adopted by Batman. But Batman's dead, and
yeah, so that follows the Gotham Knights story, because in that he dies at the start. Batman. Do you know what's fucked up? Just because you mentioned games, the new Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game set to come out soon.
Yeah.
And that you play as Harley, King Shark, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang. And in this universe, the Arkham Knight Batman is in it.
Yeah.
But the last Arkham Knight game, Batman fakes his own death. So fuck knows where he's come from. But I'm terrified because I've played all the Arkham games, right? And in these games, Batman is a violent predator of the night. And he does some unspeakable acts of violence. And I now have to go up against this Batman as a villain throughout the whole game. Mm-hmm. Surely when we get to these fights, I would much rather fight the Flash and Superman than I would this fucking absolute monster who hates crime that's now had his brainwashed to be a bad guy. For more than 10 years I've been kicking people's heads in as this particular Batman. And now they expect me to be Harley Quinn walking along. And I've seen this Batman smashes Harley Quinn's face in one of the games. You walk into a hospital, she talks and he just knocks it clean out. There's no time, he just walks in, boom. And you're like, okay. And now they want me to fight him. Fuck that noise. Hopefully I can either skip that or I can run away from it. I ain't fighting this Batman. Am I? Fuck that, mate. That's why when Superman gets involved, yeah, come along, pal. I know you one punch, I'm probably dead because you Superman and Flash, you could do shit. Go for it. This Batman coming out the shadows, no chance.
No.
Not a fucking chance.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, I've made myself sweat with my little rant of excitement because I'm thinking of everything that's happening.
You make yourself sweat of excitement.
I don't know. It just happened. Mate, see when Newcastle were about to play a big game, mate, when we played Arsenal last season, we beat them 2-0. Before kick-off, I'm sat there in my front room, bareback, pissing in sweat, stinking, absolutely foiling. The game hasn't kicked off yet, and I'm... oh my God, it's fucking bizarre.
I always thought it's quite amusing how you all get riled up over football. Like,
I can also understand why people don't see it how we see it, because they just see, like, again, I'll show you another TikTok about thingy, because they say, oh, it's just a bunch of guys kicking a ball about. But you've kind of experienced a little bit there being live. It's not so much it's the way of, like, it's a culture. There's literally people's Monday to Friday at work, and their football team, whether it be Newcastle or Liverpool or Arsenal or whoever, that's their way, that's their happiness. It's determined on how well 11 men wearing a red shirt or a black and white shirt or a green shirt are doing on that pitch. It's a pass to the torch. Look at that. Thinking of the only reason why I want a kid is because I would want to take that kid up the stairs at St James Park for the first time.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else.
Hey! Yeah, I'm not going to do a Pascal. I'm going to eat me a whole kid. But I want to take the kid up the stairs and let them see the skyline of Newcastle and see the words Newcastle United and have that.
Might want to be a Liverpool fan.
No, it might be 100%. I would never let my.
But why does it have to be a boy? It could be a girl.
No, that's why I said my kid.
Oh, I thought it was a boy.
No, it's not take my kid. I just because for literally generations, fathers have been showing their kids and their football teams the way of life and the way of passing the torch, and it's in a weird way it's a religion. Yeah, football. It's everything. It's like, I remember being at work watching us to get to the cup final and just being in my digger. That the final whistle went, and just bursting into tears because I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking happening. I can understand why people think why it's weird. It makes no sense, but.
Don't get me wrong. If it's a passion you love, then that's fair enough. Like, I'm the same with my cars.
Yeah, but people will have it with other stuff.
If my kid was like that with football, like I say, I wouldn't rule it against him. I wouldn't say, no, I'm not taking you. I'd still take him or her.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't, like, because I'm not into it, I wouldn't
You wouldn't,
Punch
you
them
wouldn't,
for it.
yeah, so you can't like football. I don't like football. Yeah, it's.
And like the atmosphere of it as well.
It's that
amazing.
togetherness. It's being with 50,000 other people who you probably never met before, but all of a sudden because you're in the same stands,
You
wearing the
forget
same
you're
shirts.
not really a big football fan.
It's nuts. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, as soon as I was there, I was like, "Fuck."
It is
amazing.
weird. It's yeah, but I don't know if you want to rant about it a bit more, but I fucking just. I don't know. I just love so much shit. Instead of loving something, I overly love. I'm kind of like him. It's probably why he's like that. Instead of he's extremely.
He's
friendly.
like that because of you.
Yeah, he's so friendly, but he's overly friendly. Like to the point where he thinks, okay, your space is automatically my space.
Yes.
Overly friendly.
Yes.
It's like them people you have in some friend groups that are constantly massive huggers. I had a lot of people yesterday with their drunken face in my face. I love you.
I hate hugger people. I hate friendly people.
I hate friendly
Honest to
people.
God, I was on the phone to a garage yesterday. Just always wanted to order a part. And she was too nice. I hate nice people.
Can you be a prick, please?
I hate nice people. I really do. I can't stand nice people.
But why is that? Because
I
they
don't
are
know.
just being
It's
nice.
just weird. It's cringy.
Yeah, the cringe aspect, I agree with you.
It's just weird. I don't know what it is with me and nice people. It's fair. It's alright being just your normal self.
It might be because you're not used to it. Maybe you're used to just bumping into more pricks than nice people. I don't know.
Just being too nice. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like people being too nice to me.
I know.
I feel freaked out.
In some levels, I do get what you mean. Because sometimes as well, overly nice people, kind of like me, I guess, but they won't shut the fuck
I wouldn't
up.
say you're overly nice. You're just overly weird, overly excited. But
No,
she was
yeah.
nice.
I mean, I'm trying to say that I'm not overly nice, but there's an extension of being overly nice where they won't shut the fuck up, which is just like me. Like when I start running my motor mouth, I'll just not stop. And sometimes they could be like, hey, and it's like, very nice, very lovely, but shut the fuck up and back off and turn it down a little bit. We're relaxed now.
But no, she wasn't motor mouthing it. She was just the way she spoke and everything else. She was just too nice.
Hiya, you're right.
Like this.
Just, hello, part, cheers, bye. Hey,
I think my problem is I don't like people. I don't like talking to people. I do not like people.
In some regards, again, I can't really be in the middle. I can be an introvert because I love that moment where, oh my god, I'm not going to see any people for a full day. I'm just going to be here. I completely agree with you. But at the same time, like I look forward to when you come round, or like last night, I love like being at the pub with my pals. But then I was looking forward to like, oh, I get the full night, just chilling, feet up, watch SmackDown, relax, just me and the dog. So it's like a weird, because I think that's when you fully recharge, when it's just you, yourself, and I.
Yeah.
It's just, me, myself, and I, not you, yourself. Yeah, me, myself, and I.
Just don't be too nice.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Go out there and rob and steal each other, batter each other, set fires, kick off.
Well, I don't think it's that.
No, I'm joking, man, I'm joking. Definitely don't do that.
It's just her mannerisms.
Yeah.
Just too nice. I just didn't like it.
I mean, you'd like the lads at work then, because a lot of it's just like, all right, pal, fuck off, shit like that. A lot of our stuff is, we see again the pedo. Everybody gets pedo shouted at them. The shed builder, the woodworker. As soon as I walk in, when we sat working, all you'll get is, fuck off, Norm. You shut the fuck. And then he gets his little blow dart out and boom. You're like, fuck. And then an hour later, you're a fucking faggot, Norm. And then you come back out. And it's all that kind of shit.
See, ours is not the that extreme. We take the piss out of each other. We call each other stupid names and shit, but we're not like that bad.
Yeah, ours is anything you do minutely different, that's why I get on a daily basis. It gets, like I said, the first time I was working there a week, I told one of the lads I had a dog. Straight away went, oh, I bet you stick pedigree chum in your foreskin, do you? Yeah, and I'm thinking, how do we jump to this? Then again, the woodworker, he told a story years ago about how he lets the dog sleep on the bed. That's it, bump, dog shagger. Constantly talk about shagging dogs. Oh, well, I bet you suck dog dicks with quavers and stuff. It's the jumps to, and the worst thing is if you say it in a full lunchroom, you about 20 minutes until you can get back around to finish your point. Like if I just say, oh yeah, I went, I was in the gym the other day in the men's changing room. you know, for example, it wouldn't be that with me, but just for example, it'd be 20 minutes of, yeah, but you looked at Dick and all, I bet you did all this and that for 20 minutes, and then you can finish your story. It's fucking carnage. I fucking love it though. I absolutely love it. And fucking Andy got me the job there. They all said, Andy described how I was, and they all said, oh, fuck me, we'll break him straight away, but I think I'm too dumb. So I come in all willingly. They're like, who's Spider-Man comic books? I'm like, yeah, thinking, oh, these boys will love it. And then for a while, they were ripping us about it. I was like, oh, these guys are just really fun, aren't they? And I was like, all right, they were actually trying to be funny. But they're just fucking class.
Why not?
Absolutely mint.
I suppose that's one thing that helps when you work with lads that you, or lasses that you just have a crack with and get on with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in our work, you can't be offended. You have to physically, like, say if there's a name that you, like, if Baldy, if you hated being called Baldy, you physically cannot say that you don't like that being called Baldy. There's a lad there that genuinely looks like a smackhead, and we always call him smackhead, and he's like, oh, fucking hate when you call a smackhead. That's it, done, dusted. So like, even the bosses, where's smackhead? You can't say it. That's your name forever. That is your fucking name forever.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Don't tell personal shit.
Yeah, just do not say what you hate, because that'll be it. You'll be done. And definitely don't do anything embarrassing at all.
Oh, I get the piss taken out all the time because I don't do cakes and biscuits and all
Ah,
that shit.
right.
And they go, do you want food? I'm like, oh no, this one won't have. This will only have a fucking apple. That's all I get. It's not fruit, so you won't eat it.
Oh, mate.
That's all I get.
Oh, just so the best one I ever heard. I've probably told you this one is my boss, my manager of the concrete bit. He always says this dumb joke about, you realise, like, to me, he'll go, if you were to take every village idiot, like every single one of them, and made a village of just village idiots, you would be the village idiot. And the way he says it, he's so proud and chuffed, like he's done a massive funny, and you're like, well, I get it, I'm a fucking mong. Or if somebody comes in and they're a proper idiot, he'll just look at me and go, any relation? You're like, oh, you've heard it a million times, but he fucking... When everyone was shouting that at us yesterday, he was crying. He said that literally, that's been the best thing I've seen in years. He couldn't stop talking about it all night. He loved it so much. I was like, all right, get it. Everybody called us a pedo. Haha. And he's like, oh, and he keeps bringing it up and bringing it up. But there's a dumb thing that happened with me and him. This is really dumb, because his name's Graham. Our boss is called Graham. Somebody shouted Graham when they were stood together, and he turned around and went, yeah, and they went, nah, the other Graham. And I found that so hilarious, because I keep going, remember when you were a meerkat going, me, and he goes, Dan, somebody shouted Graham, and I looked, that's my name, and I was like, yeah, but they didn't want you. And he hates that I keep bringing it up, because to him it's so not funny, and I guess technically it shouldn't be, because his name is Graham.
Yeah.
Me, you want me? He's like, mate, no one fucking wants you, you loner cunt. And he's like, that's fucking mint. Oh, we are so weird. We are so weird. And there's a lad there from far work, wherever, and he always says 13 and teen, and he talks like that. What could got 13, 14. So every time we see him, it's an encore of just like, you know, loads of birds going, mine, going, 13. The specky boy in the back rang him because they're in work today. And they were talking about, and there was coincidentally 13 metres of concrete, so there's just us in the car, we're even on loudspeaker trying to walk up, just going, 13. It's fucking mental. He must be sick of it as well. It mentally checks you, my spot. It really does.
I can imagine.
They even brought it up yesterday. A lad come out without a fag, said, we're the weirdest bunch of pricks out there ever, aren't we? I was like, yeah. He was like, fuck, you'll never get this anywhere else. Because there's so many... The only thing that probably unites everybody is football. Apart from that, there's a lot of little things. Like, one of them just loves to bake. And all loves to bake. He honestly, mate, but as soon as people find out about that, done. There's one of them in there. He's not gay at all. Not gay, but you'd think he's gay. 110%. He fits the stereotypical profile. And ever since then, it's been Gay Mike. Where's Gay Mike? Gay Mike in. Where's Gay... Even customers, Dirty John. He gets been ripped Dirty John. Even the customers again. Where's Dirty? I think it's called Dutty. Where's Dutty? It's fucking nuts, man. But I hope I love it. I think we should end it there. Even the dog's sick.
I know.
But hey, we nearly got a good hour of absolute bullshit there. We'll take that any day of the week because it's. I mean, and it's what Football kicks off in just under 45 minutes. I'm fucking happy.
Happy days.
Anything you want to finish on there, Chris? Or that sheer random to fuckness?
Nah, I think that was put nicely.
At least it wasn't one of our religious debates or our, not debates, conversations or political, where we're going for hours and hours and hours about fucking money and shit.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, because if Secret Invasion's the next thing. That's the next time we'll be doing weekly reviews.
Yeah. So we need to find something to rant about or someone.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of stuff that happens with me during the week, so hey ho.
Well, I'll be able to give you a rundown of next week. I'll be on the first.
Oh
week
yeah, a
of the
bit
show.
more different experience for you. Yeah, you're right.
I say we've been on the road. Eventually, I'll be able to have a few more stories and so what weirdos I get to fucking meet this week.
Yeah.
Do me loads.
Do your load. Which weirdo gets my load?
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris can inform us what it's like being a big man trucker.
Because, like I say, hopefully things go well. The company I'm going to work for goes to construction sites.
Please,
so.
please do not be one of them truck drivers that sit on Snapchat on the radio.
Huh?
There's so many people I know that drive trucks, and all you get is Snapchats of them. Oh, I'm down to Burnley today with the radio blasting, and you're like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
when you're driving somewhere, you say, oh, look at that for review. Look at that. Amazing. Not fucking CFM or whatever on your way to fucking Huddersfield. Some bullshit like that.
I don't think you get CFM in Huddersfield.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Whatever, BBC Radio fucking 1, just a tune bouncing and just like, oh, been option 5 on the road already.
It's just being a Trevor bot on TikTok. What
Yeah.
are you doing? No, just driving.
Oh, don't make us that. You still go right through us.
Yeah.
Ring up Lane Ellen. No. And you're like, kill me. Somebody rings me up ever doing that, it'll just be, boom. Fuck that. Ring us if you've got something to tell us, or if you need something, or if you want something. Or, like you rang us before. I missed it, but it would have been, do you want a breakfast? Yeah, cheers, pal. Blah, blah, blah. Carry on. No, what are you doing now? What are you doing?
Being
Driving?
silent for the past 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta go now. Okay, bye.
If you have more than 3 seconds of dead silence on a phone conversation, one of you needs to hang up. Exactly, mate. You scream at the oven. But yeah, we'll go about our business now for the rest of the day. We'll have. Do you want another coffee?
I'll have another before I go.
Yeah, and I'll show you some weirdness. But visuals, thank you for whatever the fuck you want to call that. Remember, keeping you and keep on keeping on.
Yeah, just don't be too friendly. Don't be a pedo. Don't be, I don't know. Bye.